Oh no.
Welcome.
All right, there's no turning back now. Here we go.
That's it.
You want
Video's
to do
Dude.
the
on.
countdown if it's live?
Audio's on.
5, 4,
No, we're
3.
we're live. There's no countdown. We
Oh
don't need to
no.
It's a
clap
That's
for
not good.
windmill,
Allie.
though.
That's not good. Oh man, I'm responding to Shadowfire right now, and I famously cannot multitask. So somebody else do the welcome.
Oh, hey Shadow, is he listening? I don't even know.
No, I'm typing to him right now.
Oh, okay. Sure. I'll give it a whirl.
Okay, hold on. I'm finishing the thought, and okay, I can do it now. God, I cannot do two things at once. Welcome everybody to JankFest 22. Even though it's happening on the first day of 2023, I am honored and delighted to introduce to you the rightful co-hosts of this. We are going to miss Chaos Theory this year. He was not able to be on to cast, but way earlier in the year, the Jankyard reached out and said, "Hey, don't you think? I mean, like, come on." And so,
Jank's our thing.
yeah, it's their thing. So, yeah, I'm very, very happy to have the Jankyard with us tonight to ring in JankFest, the most prestigious and most important tournament of the Ashes here. How are you guys doing tonight?
Couldn't
Doing
be
well.
better.
Excited about the
Yeah, I'm
time
good.
magic we're pulling to celebrate 2022 JankFest and the first day of 2023.
That is time magic. That's correct.
Yeah.
Time magic. That's good. What are you boys drinking tonight?
What do you got, treatment?
I got a Dob. Just whatever beer
Um,
was in the fridge.
Going Christmas ale.
Mm.
Great
I was
Lakes.
gonna bring out the Prosecco, but I thought that might be a little too zhuzhy.
It's a little much. It's a little much. So, are you like? How many Christmas ales do you have left to polish off?
Like 2?
Oh, that's not bad.
Only a couple. Yeah. We brought a bunch places. Wife buys way too many of them, and then we like brought them to people's houses and left them there. So now we only have a couple left, but I'll
Nicely
knock
done.
these last couple out. Yeah.
Nicely done.
Got use out of them.
I am drinking a Tiger Blood,
Ooh.
which adequately
Early
reflects
steam.
the intensity of the evening. It's there's a brewing company out of Fort Worth called Martin House. They do a lot of stuff, but they specialize in like sours, like fruited sours that are really creative. And so this one is watermelon, strawberry, and coconut, and it's just fine. It's really good. It tastes like if you ever got like a Tiger Blood snow cone, it's like that, but a little more tart. It's good. It's real good.
Yeah. Nice.
So,
Good
okay.
stuff.
Well, I think our plan for coverage this evening is so we really worked hard to make sure that we had a really detailed, thorough evening of coverage for you. We've been talking about it all
Yeah.
day. I think
All day. It's been like months. It's been like the last month.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No,
We're
we
going over this
really
meticulously.
we planned this stream to the minute. So everything that you see tonight is it's we planned it.
And I should tell you that we are 3
Yeah.
seconds ahead of schedule, at least according to the atomic clock
See that? We're
here
already
in
being
Colorado. Yep.
There you go.
God, we're
I
so
see
awesome.
a 3-second delay, so I don't know. Are we 6 seconds ahead, or
We're
are we on time?
we're so good at this. I
Yeah.
love this. We're so good.
Yeah.
No, seriously, we came up with a plan about 5 minutes before we started. What we're going to do tonight is we're going to pull up the lists and we're going to commentate on them a little bit and kind of just share some thoughts. And then after that, if we can secure him, a gauntlet has been thrown, a janky gauntlet has been thrown from Mr. Matt Bowers to Mr. The Treatment. And so if we can get that game live, we're going to commentate it. Treatment, how do you like your odds?
Oh god. I saw his list, not at all. His deck is sick. Like
It's
I love
really
the theme
cool.
of it. It was such a clever idea to use all dice power units.
Yeah.
That effectively give you the effect of a dice power. I thought that was awesome. And then it's in Lulu, so I mean, it basically wipes out all my, I think, one lifers
Is he playing Phoenix Barrage? I don't remember.
I don't think Phoenix Barrage is a dice power.
No, dice power, right? So he's not playing that.
That's true.
Oh, Matt's
see.
here. Matt's here. Clue's here. Charlotte's here. We've got a good crowd. What's
Alright.
up, Miles Prower Radio Hour? I don't know your Discord.
That's Flora,
right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Flora. What's up, Flora?
No Phoenix Barrage.
No, this mad lad is
Ooh.
not playing Phoenix Barrage.
You
The
win,
commitment
then.
to the theme.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing. And so anyway, we'll commentate that game, and then we will tally our votes and give our awards. And then the last thing we will do tonight, I already know who has won Builder of the Year. It's by a really solid margin. It's a 50% of the vote, and so I don't think that's going to be changing. But I'll check it one more time right at the end, and then after that, we will have the honor of awarding Builder of the Year. So, if one of you boys will pull up the lists, we will talk about these decks. I was just so man, these decks are really, really cool. I really think everybody just brought some heat.
Yep,
Made some really cool stuff.
I am
These
working
decks
on
are
it.
awesome. I love them.
Janky and not stanky lists, for sure.
So good. So good.
Here we go.
Benny has the power, so if anything fails, just remember.
Is Schmidjik's is he like the guy? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, is there
No,
a...
he's the backup guy, but our intern consistently is dropping the ball.
We had an intern. He informed us 10 minutes ago that we needed to set up a YouTube stream 24 hours in advance. He's fired.
Okay.
And
Welcome to 2023.
yeah,
Cutting
have to get a new
employees.
one. I had one JankFest intern and one Ash's singing star, right? And now the intern's fired, so I'm down to one son employed. But we'll make
All right,
it
I've
work.
got it.
All right,
I've got it
looked
going
my
on.
phone.
I
Got it. Is it on
list
stream? All
on
right.
my but yeah, we need the screen. I don't see it yet.
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
We're
I
just gonna
believe-
start at the top with Charlotte, right?
Got it. Okay, so we're not
Yeah.
going to be able to see it. Only you. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull them up on my own.
Cool.
All right.
Okay.
So we want to start
All right,
with
so-
Charlotte's.
Yeah, we're starting with Charlotte's. This is so cool. She laid out the full cast here. We've got Cole as Jean Valjean. Apparently, she went to Paris. I must have missed that. So, man,
Yeah,
this
it's
is
pretty
awesome. I love the theme. Everybody dies.
Yeah. Yeah, I am not familiar with Blade, but I think this deck looks completely hilarious, and I'm very happy that it's here.
I'm all for the theme.
I like that it's like it's so close to Koloff, but she couldn't help but put all 300 blades in there and all 3 sympathy pains. Like, very indicative of like even when we're being janky, we're like, no, I should have all 3, right?
Yeah, right.
Like,
you gotta have them.
come on, man.
Sympathy, like, would sympathy pain like be on theme for Les Miserables? Is that
There's a lot of whining in Les Miserables.
Okay.
Like,
That counts, sure. There's
So
no
I think so.
particle shields in here.
no? I wondered that too.
Not a
Man,
single.
well,
somebody
again,
impersonated Charlotte and built it. Like,
particle shield implies that the target is not going to die, which is not really a thing in Les Mis.
That's
Like,
fair. That's fair.
I think that Charlotte had to make some tough thematic calls here to get this thing done, because normally we'd see all 3 particle shields, but she knew these people have to die. That's what's going on. Fun story. One of my first college productions was Les Mis, and I love being in musicals, but Les Mis is a musical where there is no part for me at all. I am not manly enough for Jean Valjean. I just there's no part. Like, the only thing that I can do is I can hit high notes, and so what I was the world's worst Marius. That's what I got cast as.
Are you saying you can't sing as well as Russell Crowe?
I didn't say that. Hold on.
Yeah.
This is a
Don't
tight
put words in the man's
Don't put words in my mouth, but no, I like he's like the very sensitive like lover type, and I like no, not me at all. But I could hit the notes, and so they had me doing empty chairs and empty tables. It was terrible. I was like the worst Marius ever. It was awful. So thank you, Charlotte, for bringing up painful memories for me. We're gonna move right along. Who's next? It's Schmendrick's
This was
next,
very
right?
highbrow theme. I like to see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gotta love France.
Schmendrick.
Yep, pulling it
I
up
don't know.
now.
Vendor's
This deck
going
is too
Demona.
good.
Yeah, Schmendrick.
Friedman thinks the deck's too good. I think this is a fantastic janky deck, personally.
I mean, how
is it janky? Is S'mores really that janky? This just looks like a good deck is gonna own.
When's the last time you played Confusion Spores?
I mean, pretty recent.
I think so to me, like
With
I don't
Majestic Titan.
I
Yeah.
never see confusion spores. So like to me this came to mind like I might have voted for this for Underminer, I think. Like you just don't see that card. But I have to ask, Schmen, like how much of this was just you randomly thinking the words confusion and s'mores together?
I mean,
Like,
about
is that like
look, I put the over under at like 60%. But you know, no, I mean, I was
His
struggling.
kids wanted s'mores for breakfast
Yeah,
one day, and
exactly.
he's just like, you know what? That's my
Said
deck.
Yeah, that's the hook.
Eureka?
I want to know. Here's what I want to know. Where are the campfire archers?
Oh, that's a good point. I should have put some campfire archers in there. Yeah,
Campfire archers.
Man,
yeah, I did
you
not.
missed
I
it.
did not submit for jokes on this one. No, I just realized that I was thinking about Empyrean Mount and realizing that I've been looking for somewhere to put Confusion Spores for a really long time and really struggling with it, and realized that there's just a lot of blocking shenanigans that Demona gives you access to, and you can play a lot of the stuff that she likes to play anyway in the colors that you want to play with Confusion Spores, and so it all kind of came together from there. But it's been really fun. I've played it 5 or 6 times now, and it's really fun to play. A couple of them, admittedly, have been against control-y mill decks where it looks incredibly good because it just builds up an insane board that can basically punch through anything. But
and you're kind of keeping up on the mill race anyway because of those enchanted violinists. Yeah.
And that's the thing about it.
Word night stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, bringing your own allies back. Yeah.
That's the thing about it, is that I've always struggled, I think, to a degree with with combo decks, because you're kind of waiting for your opportunity, and you keep waiting, and it's like, if that opportunity never comes, you have no win con. And Demona, with the violinists and her ability to just generally last in a match, gives you basically access to a fallback position where you can afford to slow play.
You got a long game.
Yeah.
Really cool. Awesome.
I will tell you that you win something because you use the word betwixt in the description.
Yeah,
be
thank
a prize
you
for that. Also,
have you ever pulled off?
I was going to talk about something else, but we don't need to talk about that. Go ahead.
I was just wondering if he has ever pulled off the focus Confusion Spores into Enchanted Violinist into Swing, because that would be cool.
No, I haven't done that.
No.
I did have a game today where my opponent had 3 health left, and I played Violinist. They played Lightbringer. I side-actioned Violinist to remove the Lightbringer, and then since I had no main action to take, I promoted it, and then I had the focus Confusion Spores down. They played Standard Bearer, and I swung the Empyrean Mount through 2 blockers with the Confusion Spores.
There you go.
That was.
I want to see the focus side action Confusion Spores exhortation blow something up thing.
Yeah, that'll never happen. It turns out.
Yeah. I also want to see Confusion Spores stop unit guarders. I think that's like a real thing. But that's for another day.
Yeah.
You guys are jankier than I can even keep up with. Like, this is rough.
It's too bad he only has 2 sympathy, because it could be Spore, exhortation on a mount, and a Raven Knight swing for.
I'm like I'm like 5% spike, like maybe, and I still think that that's like a high number in this room. Like, because Schmidt was, he said right at the top, he said, and I was just like, wow. He said, I've been having trouble finding a place for confusion spores, and that's been bothering me. And I'm like, that bothers you? Like, because I kind of just look at confusion spores and I'm like, that's kind of bad. And then I just like move on and do something else. But
yeah,
it gets under your guys' skin. That's why you're at the Jankyard. I love it.
Here's the test. How many decks do you have in your Ashes account?
I only tell that to my wife.
Yeah, that's good. It's wise.
It's got to be at least a few hundred, and they've got to be filled with janky
Just
ideas.
every card at least twice. Yeah.
Should we talk about Flores?
All right.
Let's go on. Yeah. We're gonna be here all night. Golly.
Yeah.
Flora Snow. So this is such a cool idea of using Arizin to just like burn. I actually had something like this that I thought of, but I was doing it out of Namine.
You mean nominate?
Yeah, nominate.
What you mean? Yeah.
This is a hot room. No,
nominate.
Yeah. I was using Encore to get those Arizins back, but being able to like tutor stuff with Jericho seems like a really fun way to take it. I love the name, the Fire's Time. This is a really cool deck.
Yeah,
it looks strong too. Like
I don't remember, but I think I almost put this as Lord of the Jank. Like it's so cool.
Yeah, I think this could be really good. Crypt guys in here.
Flora has come out swinging in the community. Like
I
don't remember if it was like June or whenever she joined, but she's just been dropping cool decks and like full blown into the community, like participation and everything. It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah. Knocked me out of the top 10 ELO ranks. Never forget her for that ever.
That was a good match.
So Nick and I had the honor of having Flora on our team tournament team. And that was really, really fun. It was fun to get to know her a little bit better, and really cool to see this deck. So
Flora says,
all right, let's keep moving so that we can get where we're going.
Yeah, just one comment. Flora says, I think this is better in Namine. I'm not going to say nominee, but the Blink play is too fun to not do in Jericho.
Yeah, the joke Blink is really stupid if you read. So what she does is she blinks the puppet back to her battlefield so that she has extra Ryle fuel. Like, it's really dumb.
Obviously, we don't want to stay on it, but here's like just looking at this. Compared to Nominate, Nominee is more like passive after you've already either used Arizend, if you even get it, or if you meditate it. Jericho is like, I am going to get that combo off because you can prepare it.
Super proactive about it.
There are so many cool synergies. Like being able to blink a Crypt Guardian is really great. Being able to blink a Dweller after you force a PB guard is awesome. Like I think this is a cool deck, like a strong deck. So
I do too. I really like the triple Swift Messenger to be able to like really consistently get those prepares, and it's really like it's one of those decks that the more you look at it, the more little internal synergies you see. Like it's genuinely just very, very cool. I think that she did an awesome job with this.
Cool.
Go trash.
Also she apologized for the deck name not being clever enough, but the deck name is awesome. So I think
sometimes that's all you need is just like a complete fire deck name, like it's right in your face. Fire's the time. Yeah.
Love it. All right, let's move on to Treatment's deck.
Here we go. Yeah. I mean, I forgot to write a description, but I mean, it should be pretty obvious that this is.
Well, I did. You did say something, and I did write that down. If you look,
I don't.
Didn't know I had to tell you that. I'm out driving.
Yeah.
For what it's worth,
he never did.
Yeah.
Speaks for itself, man.
But this went through like, at first I went all 15 chants, and I was gonna just go for all 15, and that was gonna be the only goal I had. And then I played it once, and I'm like, All right. Well, it's actually not like the worst, and I switched around a couple of the numbers of the chance, and I mean, it's a like being able to force yourself to trigger Rising Horde with sacrifice, getting the card draw, hopefully for Era's End or whatever, and then I was gonna put in Fallen, but I had to stick with the 5 chance, and I also had Schmendrix's voice in my head saying, "What do you only produce Fallen decks?" So this is what you get. And with my daughter, I listen and watch Encanto at least 15 times a day. So
Yeah.
this was constantly on my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe he didn't submit a deck description because you don't talk about Bruno.
Oh, nice.
Could be it.
I was gonna say that. I think it's a little on the nose,
Rowan does actually
I
look a little bit like
go for
Bruno.
one of the other songs, like Surface Pressure or whatever. But anyway.
I mean, was it in your head that Rowan looks like Bruno? Like, is that a thing here? Because I want to make sure you picked up on that because I did.
Absolutely. That was immediately like, okay,
it's really good.
It's got Enchanto in it. Yeah, that was fully on it. But it was like, it was too hard not to ignore the fun effort of trying to get all
really
5
cool.
chants and make them useful.
It's fun. Like Chant of Sacrifice on the Rising Horde is kind of genuinely compelling. Like it's like, and then you're triggering every like. It's funny because I was like, why does he only have 2 ritualists? And it's because a third of the deck is chance, so you probably don't even need the tutor. Like you're gonna find them.
Well, and you got enough ceremonial to recur if you really need to. But
yeah.
I mean, two ritualists gets you what? And if you start chance, I think you can get 7 chance in round 1. If you go hard.
It gets silly because you I mean, at least me, I tend to forget that like one ally dying, one time puts a token on all these things, and because you're just not used to having a bunch of chants out at the same time, right? Even like when I have like 2 chants of revenge down or something, and ally dies, like, oh, I get to do 2 damage. Like, like here you get like 8 status tokens and just spend all of your side actions doing all of the things.
Oh yeah, and you're still burning, and then maybe Chimera comes out.
Maybe
that's in the movie, right? The Chimera.
Yeah. Sure.
All right, moving right along. Next deck is Shadowfire. This really needed a theme nomination. I feel like he might have missed that one. It's called Flash Archer deck, and all he said about it was, "This is a Flash Archer deck."
Yeah, he went to the Matt Bowers School of Deck Naming Conventions.
So this is the thing. So we spent 6 months building like the Campfire series, and every time he had an idea, he would send it to me, and that's all it is. It's like a no debt deck or like a Rhino deck or a Jericho deck or whatever, and I had to copy them and then spend I don't know how long trying to come up with a clever name, but I'm glad he sticks to it. I have copies of his decks, and it's just like, oh god.
Flash Archer deck. Yeah, I do think that Flash Archer remains optimistic. I don't really.
Love that, like, he didn't
Seeds of Aggression
is in the deck. Like he didn't even put River Scald in the deck. He was just like no, I'm playing the Flash Archer. All right, I'm not throwing it at you. I'm playing
hard-tasting Flash Archer.
Yeah. So here's the thing though. In the specific format of JankFest, where there is very little removal, whether that's Ice Trap or whatever
format JankFest,
you're probably going to get at least one of them off, right? And then the dream is Seeds of Aggression or Swords of Virtue, and punch.
Yeah, he can like power up. He can kill 2 of your allies each turn to power up all your chants. So. That's pretty powerful.
All right.
What is Massive Growth 2 health? Is Massive Growth? I forget.
No. 2 attack.
Massive Growth Flash Archer.
You can't Massive Growth.
That would have been amazing.
Now, if he had body inversion and then did it,
shut up! God, I hate you people.
That's amazing. Oh my god. Now I just want to body invert things to Massive Growth them. Oh.
You don't even need Accelerate to do that.
Oh my god.
Put a Flash Archer on the board, you body invert Massive Growth it, and then you have an 8/6 Flash Archer. I mean, right?
I'm not
I mean-
commentating this next year. You guys are out of my league. I can't handle this crap.
What's the guard card? The one where it's gives you 2 life and guard.
Crystal
Guard?
Shield.
Yeah, Crystal
Crystal
Shield. There
Shield.
you go.
Mhm.
Toss that on there. I love
Why
it. It's
not?
fun.
Why not?
This is as jank as you
Voltron
can go.
Flash Archer for the win.
Golly. All right, moving down the list to Major Apollo with Biona, twice Queen of the
I
Twain.
love this deck.
It's
by the
so
way. This was
cool.
great. Yeah,
This
is an
so
excellent deck.
it's crazy to me. Like I struggled looking at the ballot for like 5 minutes, and it was between the 2 Fiona decks to decide which one I was gonna pick because they're awesome. And Major Apollo, like this is such a clever, like all in on the idea. I mean, this is awesome. Every card is 2
So what's-
cost, 2 life, to attack, to whatever. Like
2 units
ubs.
on it. Like
yeah, maximum. Yeah, 2 count.
yeah, change
So-
Psyche. There was like 2 subjects in the art. That's when I was like, ooh boy, like
So I read through this deck, and first of all, like reading through the deck list, I didn't know what the theme was. Like I was like, this is a good deck. Like this deck looks pretty good. And then I read it, and then I got really disappointed there was no double down in it. But, but then I was like, no, this is still awesome.
it is so
I still
awesome.
like this.
What is the best number? It's 2. 2 is the best number.
I love it. Even his first 5 is no. It's what is it? 2
Yeah.
2 times 2 plus 2 divided by 2.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, this is like this is what I love, like the spirit and creativity of just taking a theme to the ultimate limit. This is one of my favorite, just to look over and be like, oh, it's so clever.
Yeah,
And it works with the dice.
yeah. This one and Matt's, like there's so many that are really really cleverly thought out, but like the level to which this one and Matt's are thought out, it just blew my mind. Like it's just it's so detailed, and like there's so many layers to it. It's a lot of fun. Really good
Yeah.
job.
A lot of
Major
love coming.
Apollo. Really good
Major
job.
Apollo.
A lot of love coming through for the first 5 from Carl and Clue, our resident Ashes math nerds, I think. So that was
Yeah, math
good.
teachers. Got it. Moving down to Brian B with Death Rattle, a Vengeance Nightshade Swallow deck.
Yeah. So I'll admit,
Gotta
like,
love it.
before I read the description, I wasn't like, I was just like, is this just a decent deck? Like, is he just trying to pass something off as jank, but it's just actually pretty solid across the board? And then I was like, okay, the Nightshade Swallows is a cute combo, especially if you can pull off the Widows with it. That's like,
Yeah.
it's pseudo standstill, but with a buff, and then a big swing for what, like 5, 6, depending on what you have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think this looks strong. I asked all the people who submitted decks what categories they thought worked for them, and I told Brian, I was like, man, this could work for all the categories. You want to submit in all of them? And he was like, oh no, it's not strong enough to go for Lord of the Jank. And I was like, are you sure? Like,
You don't know what you're up against here, man. You're throwing flash archers at you.
I mean, like, so with this deck, what's the dream? Like, the dream is Vengeance on a Rising Horde, Vampire Swarm, Salamander Monk, and Nightshade Swallow for 4. That gives you
Right.
2 Fallen. That gives you a Bat that you have to pay, so it's 5 cost, but it goes to a 3 attack, a Fresh Sally, and an Exhaust.
And
You're
Widows.
swinging and Widows.
Yeah.
Just swing, and James has the space for it. So that's what? That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like that's like swinging for 9. That's pretty.
Mhm.
If you can do that, that would be amazing. I'd want to like.
Yeah, well,
screen
you have to have a
capture of
standard bearer too. That's
that. Obviously.
loaded up with tokens. I mean, you got to do all that, you know.
Yeah.
So
Clearly.
you're swinging for 20 or whatever, and you just win.
and the standstill.
And you can
goodness.
stand still. Yeah, you could still.
Well, now you played Widows, so you can't stand still.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And I don't know if you guys noticed. I've only played Ash Techu like today, and haven't played in a week. But Dijon added a reaction counter.
He did. That's really nice.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's
Which
great.
is really cool. So
That's
now
really
it
good.
tells you it's like, now you've used your 1 limit, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, okay.
Treatment.
Now's a good time to point out before we move on. Looking at Ash Techie, there's just the one JankFest game going. I know that our coverage is fun, but you can keep us on in the background if you want to hop on Ash Techie and
jank it up.
Jank it up, y'all. Like get this thing going. Don't let us stop you. That's for sure. That is the point of the night, is just to run these out against each other and see how stupid we can get. Moving down.
Hold on,
I on my screen so we can point out any hype plays.
Yeah.
I do just want to say
Rise of the Clumera. Oh, sorry, Schmidt. Go ahead.
I'm a little worried for the treatment, how often he thinks that these decks are actually strong enough not to be jank decks.
It's like, these are good. This is good.
He's just seeing all this garbage and going, "Oh man, this is good."
There's the reason my elo is like 140th out of like what 200 people. So
it's awesome.
Man,
I played against Brian a couple times with his Nightshade Swallows recently, and I mean, I was playing a little bit stronger stuff, and they're all. I mean, he's Brian, but like, I lost a couple. They're good games. Like he's on to something, I think. But
I don't think Nightshade Swallow is the worst. It can be tricky, but in like especially in Leo, it can kind of work. Or I played it in Fiona, so that I can actually get 2 out and just ensure that you can swing it. I mean, exhaustion
cost you
is
700 charm dice.
Yeah. I remember distinctly, like there was a point like right after Shuffle Bus 2, where for some reason for a couple weeks there, like Nightshade Swallow got brought up pretty consistently as a card that was being underplayed, and like it was good players. It was like Carl and Matt being like, "Oh no, Nightshade Swallow is really good. We don't know why anybody's not playing it," and it felt like nothing ever like came of that line of thinking. But like I don't know if it's still that way. But at one point, several very good Ashes players thought that Nightshade Swallow was actually a card. So I don't know what that means, but it could be.
Keep trying it.
Yeah,
it was in the other Rowan deck. That was part of the blood transfer deck on our Jankyard week.
Blood transfer.
Yeah, blood transfer
Nightshade Swallow.
and Nightshade Swallow.
There we go.
Yeah, Matt says hard to justify Swallow.
So
over
much
Beast
value
Tamer.
out of those 2 cards together.
What does Matt say, Schmin?
Hard to justify Swallow over Beast Tamer.
Yeah.
True. Beast Tamer is the
That's
best
how
ally.
That's how you do it. Yeah.
But
Carl says I never want
Yeah.
to play it because I secretly hope no one else plays it. Most annoying unit in the game.
That's a good reason. That's a good reason as well. Yeah, Bear Meta also messed with it too, Clue. That's true.
Yeah.
Speaking of Clue, let's go down. Schmin, can you pull up? I can't believe I'm saying this. Can you pull up Clue's spreadsheet, please?
Oh man, I'm gonna have to see if I can do that. Is it
So
in here?
This is
Oh yeah, it's in here. Okay.
Yeah, this is it. It's impressive, right? So like, I played Clue a couple of times, right, with this list, and it's a lot like horse cheese is, and I was just very impressed with how much he mapped out, this turn, because I do the same thing when I was screwing around with the horse cheese deck, and like map out exactly what I was going to do to make sure I had all the main actions you need, and make sure it's all going to work right. Before I finally got it to a point where I didn't have to meditate my whole deck, right? But he's still on the meditate your whole deck train, and I love it.
But this is like, I played against this deck, and I think the only reason I won is I was playing something that I've been trying to work on, like something competitive, and it happens to have 20 health, and it's hard. Like, you don't see Chimera, I don't think, enough, or we haven't seen it in tournaments enough to really understand the power of what is it, 3 overkill?
Yeah.
And when you can repeatedly do that and guarantee it because you don't have any deck left, but then slowly bring your deck back, it's awesome. Like, Clue is he takes ideas so like scientifically. Like, he tests like, and I don't mean like science as in science, but like the method, right? He tests them, he writes it all out. Like, his articles have shown, how much forethought he goes into calculating dice and everything else. This is super cool. I think it's going to catch people off guard. It's kind of like Realm Walker hunting weapons. Like, if you're not prepared for it, if you don't have hard removal, you're just going to get boned, because it only takes like 4 attacks and then you're dead. It's super cool.
Yeah, I can't. So it's wild to me that like, because you guys are like, oh yeah, I've played against Brian and his Nightshade Swallows. I'm like, oh yeah, I played against like this Clue spreadsheet meditative whole thing. So, and it's like, I'm just sitting over here like, people are testing for JankFest. Like,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
like, what are you people doing? Like, it's just crazy.
But see,
I don't
here's the
know.
thing.
This is going to be your problem.
It's gonna be 3 months from now, and you're gonna see Brian take up Clue's deck, and he's gonna make a couple tweaks, and then Carl's gonna come along and be like, "Yeah, I've actually played this like 5 times, and I'm 1-4 against it. So Brian actually has a solid deck, right? We're the Timmies, and we're just feeding these ideas, these genius level ideas, to
Oh, definitely
whatever." And Carl
genius
actually,
level.
there they are. Carl this past week he threw out a little, good boy pat on the head that one of my decks for I think Jankyard. He's like, this was surprisingly strong. I've played against it and now I've taken it, and I'm assuming he's modified it to be actually good. But it was like a James deck with chant of hostility. That was a fallen deck, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, Matt has already identified the meta play into that emerging meta with Saria Hearts pulling away the discoveries from the top of the deck that Clue so carefully put there. So
Yeah, I like how Clue. He's like, "Hey, as long as your opponent's not playing spin down, you're good." But it's like, oh, one hollow, and all of a sudden you got problems.
You're right.
All right, down to Killer Cactus, who is decking the halls with salamanders. I told Cactus he was once again the first person to submit this year, and he sent me this, and he sent me the song, and I was like, but it's cold that you do the audio component with the kids singing. Like, it's 2 years in a row you've done that. I'm like, that's like I know it's JankFest, but like in the context of JankFest, that reads to me as a spike move.
Yeah,
like,
I was like, crap. I'm like, I feel bad. Am I a tryhard now? Like, am I the spike of JankFest?
You are.
He's like, yeah.
You are the spike of JankFest.
This is a good deck.
It's a really good deck.
Like, Sally and Title Shift, I've been playing it in other shells. It is super annoying. Like, you could just keep punching on the board, and then I never thought of Fiona, but of course, getting out.
Well, I mean, I just want to play more salamanders, right? I was like, what Phoenixborn can play the most salamanders at once, and it's Fiona.
Right. Hey, I'm keeping an eye on Ashteki, and Clue has got a lobby open. If anybody wants to go jank up with Clue, jump in there. He's ready to go. I'll keep monitoring to see what goes on with it. But yeah, this is.
Who do you guys want to see play that deck? What matchup do you want to see? The Rowan
versus the Clue Mara.
Yeah. What's the matchup?
Ooh, I'd like to see Flores clog up his battlefield with the puppets and see if he can burn him faster than he can burn her.
Here we go.
That would be fun if Flora wanted to jump in there. Gosh, there's a few. The Confusion Spores thing would be fun, but Schmitty is
I can't.
busy.
I'm indisposed.
Yeah, or he's dead. It's one of the two.
I'd want to see the Major Apollo deck, the other Fiona deck.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, I'd be in for that.
Low life, but being able to pump out just a ton of stuff. Let's see where it goes.
We'll see who jumps in there. So, but yeah, no, Cactus. He just really, obviously super above board, just way over the top.
I mean, I wrote a song. Like, okay, I need to make a song, right? What song do I make? And I figured out that, Salamander Monk worked with the Deck the Hall song, and I was like, okay, that's what I'm doing.
Yep.
We're gonna put as many Salamander Monks on the board as we can.
Did you fire him before or after he sang the song?
Oh no, that was the other kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the intern has no business singing, and he is now fired and has no affiliation with the Jankyard whatsoever.
Wow!
The younger son is an excellent performer. And actually, when I first wrote the song, my oldest son is he's a band kid. He's a really good percussionist, a really good drummer actually. For a 7th grade, he plays keyboard too. And I was trying to get him to play "Deck the Halls" on the keyboard while Luke sang the song, but we couldn't make all that work at once.
Man,
almost close.
I can't believe you fired your own kid. Like, I understand that you're upset that he finished with a better record than you at Gen Con, but like,
it's partly true.
You didn't have to take it out on his employment, bud. Like,
he's dropped the ball. He really has. He came up with an excellent slogan for the end of the show,
and that was it.
That's all that he's done. So, yeah, he let us down here by not telling us that we needed to set up YouTube a day in advance, and that was the last straw. 3 strikes and you're out, and it's been like 6 strikes for him at this point. So we can't show favorites. You can't play favoritism on the Jankyard, right? Son or not.
I also I loved that. I was like, what categories do you want? And you were like, I feel like I can't get away with Underminer. And I'm like, yeah, probably not. Like,
Salamander Buck's not played. Nobody plays that card.
I mean, arguably River Scald, but or String Mage.
No,
not these days.
This doesn't belong there. It's just every card in here besides Recollect is good, but they just happen to be the ones that let me put more Salamanders on the board.
All right, moving down to Mr. Yoko Factor with I'm not gonna make jokes.
Is that like is that so? Yeah.
My children.
I missed it before.
One day.
If you do have, if there's too much abundance, inverted swallowing can happen. So.
That's true.
Is this a Heimlich? I mean, I can't tell what's. He sadly
this is a vomiting deck.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, he's gonna yeet 2/1 Nightshade Swallows at you, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, here's what happens, right? You put Nightshade Swallows, Orchid Doves, and Ruby Cobras on the board. They mill your whole deck, and then you vomit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No, he didn't. Sadly, he didn't send much of a description here, but like he's got the double down Orchid Dove. He's got Violinist. Like it really seems like he's leaning hard into this Hope Mill thing. I can't. You guys are janky enough to where you're going to be able to figure it out. What is the body inversion for?
I think
Swallows. You can duplicate it.
Yeah, it's exactly. Clue's got it.
Nightshade Swallow.
No, it's accelerate body inversion, duplicate Nightshade Swallow.
Yes, and then exhausting. Yes.
Yeah.
That's so cool. See,
you've got that as the combo, and then you've got everything else as the theme. Like you've
just
got
solid,
inversion, swallow. My mind thinks of like birds and what's it called?
Swallow,
like, baby birding. Food like the opposite of swallowing.
The double entendre of a Nightshade Swallow with the like feasting abundance is freaking good. Like, he said that he just threw something together for fun, but this is really cool. It's super cool.
I'm actually upset.
Oh, go ahead.
Like, I didn't think through all of what we just said when I voted. Like I missed all of this in the reading of the deck. I would have voted for it harder.
There's also the Accelerate Violinist Rosefire Dancer play, if you have.
Just all the girls dancing at once. It's like the
boom boom. Exhaust one, kill another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really cool.
It's cool.
There's
I
also
didn't even notice the double downs.
There's also it'd be interesting if you could pull off a Seeds plus 2 Shadows play. Like Seeds something with the Nightshade Swallow, get the Nightshade Swallow dead, and then 2 Shadows which you exhaust. I don't know, there's lots of fun stuff in here.
Well, you'd accelerate, right? Accelerate.
You don't necessarily have to.
Shadows? No, that's true.
Wow, really cool.
Yeah.
All right, moving down to Matt and Ash's normal deck. I laughed so hard when he said this to me. Like, this was the second deck I got, and so the only 2 decks in my inbox are like Lamander Monk and this, and I was just like, this is gonna be a good year. Like,
So here's my problem with this deck and the next deck and Schmetty's. But I looked at these and I'm like, I mean, come on, like it's just this.
It's
one is
7
super
color.
good as a theme. It's 7 colors. But then I started looking at it closer and I'm like, oh man, like he challenged me and it's actually good. Like what the hell am I gonna do against this thing?
Dude, hold on. He's playing Temple Elder, Soul,
Yeah.
and 7 colors.
Pure judgment, man. We're worried about your treatment.
He's gonna do it. Temple Elder won last year.
We're worried about you, bud.
I ran Temple Elder.
Actually,
last
I
year.
just realized that
In
like
Lulu.
Lulu's ability also simulates a dice power, which is actually pretty cool.
I noticed that. I
It's
noticed
2
that
dice
as well.
powers in one, as a matter of fact, which is pretty
It is.
sweet.
Oh, that is very cool.
Clever.
And he actually went with the focus mind fog to get the charm power as well for free.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta.
Come on,
You
man.
gotta. Yeah. No hunting weapons. I'm kind of sad about that.
Matt, yeah. Oh, yeah. Good point. Really good point.
That's also a double dice power card, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt said it. Dice powers are great.
They are.
I also, the one that made me go, huh, was the 1x Shatter Pulse, and I was like, what? But Shatter Pulse spins down nice. And I completely forgot about that because it's completely incidental to the card. Like that is not why you play Shatter Pulse. So it's just
Matt pointing out that
you play Shatter Pulse.
Matt pointing out that
down, baby.
Go ahead, Schmay.
Spark is Matt says Spark is time, divine, and nature in one.
Yeah. It also puts a status token on. That's right. So it's 3 dice powers.
And then a pain.
It doesn't remove a status
3
token
dice powers
though.
for 1 basic, man.
It's real good. It's
real good. Great.
The next level of thinking.
All right, moving down to Carl Diaz with Tristan Brings Gifts. He said that the theme was too tacked on to nominate for best theme, but I actually think that like Santa Claus Tristan is pretty funny. Like I like the theme a lot. So it's just, I mean, it is what you think it is. It's Polarity Mage and Ocean's Gift, and then just tons of attacking and tokening stuff. Like
Blessing of Lightning.
Yeah, but the cool thing too is that Ocean's Gift can put a token on a unit, and the Tetra, when they have a token, they don't die.
Right.
So you can slowly start to build up a mass of Tetra, which then can basically eventually guarantee.
Yeah, he's got the standard bearer too. Does the timing work on that? Like, if you attack with a bunch of stuff, can you Ocean's Gift the standard bearer and then get the bonus? Does that work?
Yeah.
I think so.
You Ocean's Gift first. You add the token to the standard bearer. Right. Then you swing, and if you do it with the accelerate, then you're just swinging for, like you said, 3.
Accelerate into magnify, Tetra, right?
Actually.
Yeah.
What would that be? You magnify with the standard bearer. Is that 4 attack plus skill?
Yeah, you can definitely magnify the standard bearer to get +2 attack to everything. That's a thing. I just want to see like accelerate, Blessing of Lightning, magnify, swing with the 3 prism Tetra with 3 piercing lights down, and it's like, overkill 4 or something, and with 2 attack, that'd be great.
Man, yeah, this is wild, truly wild, Carl. Just crazy. I definitely think that, like, especially piloted by Carl, where he might be able to avoid getting trampled by something that was just like faster. I really think that this is Lord of the Jank material. Like this genuinely looks scary to me, and like, because that's coming from me and not treatment, I feel like we can take it a little more seriously.
Oh man, that's rough.
I voted for Lord of the Jank.
Okay,
just with Tetras and Ocean's Gift and Accelerate, you
and no tsunami shot
for 7 with.
Well, yeah, tsunami shot. At least you have some sort of head on your shoulders.
He doesn't play tsunami shot.
Yeah, no tsunami shot. It's that gets points for me in my book.
Carl.
It's Tsunami Shot taketh away; it doesn't giveth. You know.
Yeah.
That's true.
He couldn't run Tsunami Shot. He had to find room for those 3 Raybird recruits. Like,
Carl expressing shock that he did not
wait.
run
Fair.
Tsunami Shot in the chat. It may have been
Carl.
he may have taken a few too many Tsunami Shots before writing this deck up.
Maybe so.
Oh, that's the
and
next
then
challenge for Charlotte. I want to
For
see a
Charlotte,
Tsunami
yeah.
Shot.
Charlotte's drink. Yeah, the
Charlotte's
Tsunami
in the
Shot.
Charlotte's in the chat. I think she's got to make this happen. Like,
Mhm.
what's the Tsunami Shot, Charlotte?
If I have what's available, Charlotte, tonight I will take a Tsunami Shot on the stream.
Man,
If we-
Carl
if we
Carl
have
has a
That's gotta be a
comment
big
to
drink.
our criticism
shots.
of him leaving out Tsunami Shot. He actually had a very good reason not to include it. He says, "Wait, I forgot Tsunami Shot. Oops."
It's okay.
That is a good.
guys.
I mean,
that's a
the
really
biggest
good
reason to
reason.
come up with. Yeah,
It was the
So-
Christmas holidays. He didn't do the math.
yeah.
You know, he's on break. That's fine.
Zombre, yep, is off.
Yep.
All right.
He's retired.
What dope made this
I'm really
one?
sad. I've been watching Clue's Techie game for the last 15 minutes and nobody joined him and he gave
No
up.
one's in.
It made me
Oh,
sad.
Shadow and Brian's game is unwatchable.
Oh,
I can't
people.
watch it. Yeah.
No, I can't watch it either. It is unranked, which is probably smart.
Fair. Yeah.
Man, somebody's gonna have to tell us what's going on in that game. So, all right, we have one last deck. It's mine. I probably missed out on some votes because I didn't type up the description ahead of time. I had to get it in later. But I've been thinking about this all year. This is my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ashes deck. It's so my turtles are Michelangelo, played by the Seafoam Snapper because he's hungry and he's a turtle. You're welcome. Raphael is played by Turtle Guard because he's too edgy to meet himself by going to the other side of the battlefield. Leonardo is the Title Crab because he's like giving gifts and like helping everybody out. And then this is the real Galaxy Brain one. Donatello is being played by the Mirror Spirit because Donatello is probably smart enough to justify the little gravity donut counting as a shell. So there's only 3 actual shells in the card pool. I know. I looked several times. And so the closest thing that I come up with was I was like, hey, the little donut. Like that, it's a shell.
Good. That's a show, right?
It's a shell. It's totally a
Step it up
shell.
and add another turtle to the roster.
Yeah, we need more turtles.
Yeah, we need a 4th turtle. Well, and crab is also no, that doesn't really work either. Master Splinter is here as a guilder. We've got the Frostfang Shredder, Imperial Ninja Foot Clans, Bebop and Rocksteady are the 2 Goron Rock Brawlers, and then we've got the manhole covers, which are
I'm a
being played
big fan
by
of
the Sunshield
Sentry manhole cover.
All right. Yeah, you
That's
missed out on the
excellent.
description there because I didn't get the brawler or the sentry.
and is Fiona April?
Yeah. Fiona is April. That's correct.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sadly, I was between 2 things. So I thought about, instead of using April, like getting her in as an ally, maybe like Huntmaster or something, and using masked Noah as Casey Jones. But then I wouldn't have had enough spellboard room. And there was that 5% spike that was like, it's got to work, right? And so the only other unit with a mask, I did a lot of looking on this one. The only other unit with a mask, can anybody guess?
So no masked wolves.
They don't really have a mask. That's what it came to my mind too. I don't know the answer.
No.
The only unit with a mask is Stormwind Sniper.
Yeah, makes sense.
With which is in Noah's deck, and it wasn't in color, so no Casey Jones for us today. Instead, you get the manhole covers. So you're welcome.
Matt says
I
Weeping
feel like-
Spirit, but Weeping Spirit as Casey Jones would be a weird pull.
That's a stretch, Matt. That's a
you're
stretch.
right. Weeping Spirit does have a mask, technically.
Or is it just basically a mask? I have to look at it again. Like,
Man,
it just
I don't
looks like a weird thing.
You missed out on Iron Rhino as Rocksteady.
Actually, Imperial Ninja does have but they're already covered by the goons.
Yeah, they're the Foot Clan. Yeah. Anyway, this is not. This is like it's so unga bunga compared to what everybody else is doing. Like it's kind of my thing. Like last year, I did the
Cowabunga.
Boys. Like
Not
Oh,
Unga. Come
there
on,
it is.
it's right
There
there.
it is.
come on,
Is Generosity the pizza?
100%. Yeah. No, that's them all sitting around eating pizza, and then Excavate is like I was thinking about like okay, they're down in the sewers, and then so I don't know what the theme behind the ice trap was. I think I was doing like a deep dive on like Ninjapedia or whatever, and I was like yeah, sure. So
Yeah, there you go.
I
Throw it in
learned
there. Throw it in.
I'm not a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles like stan or anything. I learned a lot more about that lore than I ever intended to in the process of getting this together. So, guys, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are a phenomenally stupid intellectual property. I want to make sure.
I mean, as long as you've watched the '90s classic, the first one. That's all that you need. Skateboards and good old arcade games and the nonsense.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
I peaked when I put in Sunshield Sentry, and the rest of it is just dumb. So, anyway,
All right.
Okay. Do we have a Matt Bowers in the chat?
We do. So,
Will he play the treatment?
Gauntlet.
Challenge issued.
Well, he issued the challenge to me.
He did.
I'm not gonna say that I think I can win, but boy, if I did, that's 2 years in a row. That's a little embarrassing.
Alexa, turn on the living room light.
God, the internet's draining all your power.
Right, just sucked it right down.
Dude, you should promote that Alexa to intern. It seems like she really understands.
Does a better job, right? What we need.
All right.
All right, where's Matt? Someone ping him.
Oh, crap. Clue's right. Standard Bearer kinda has a mask, and there's also like a hockey stick. Like, Standard Bearer could have made it in as Casey Jones. Dang it. Good call. Good call. Yep.
I have to go look at that now. I don't.
Yeah, I
haven't looked at a Standard Bearer.
It's not really a mask. It's a blindfold, but there isn't like it's a blindfold and a stick. That's as close as you're gonna get, I think. It's good. It's real good.
It does have a
solid theme. Yeah, solid theme.
Yeah, treatment. Treatment. Go ahead and make a game, and if we can't get Matt, then we'll put Cactus up against you. Unfortunately, it seems like you're going to have a hard game no matter what.
Matt's ready.
Matt's here. All right.
Fear me, Matt.
Normal Matt. All right. Schmin, are you able to get that game up for us?
Yep. That should be
awesome.
Should I be listening? Should I be off stream for this?
Yeah. Jump out of here and
put your headphones
jump
down.
Chat with Matt.
This is hardcore competitive ashes. You can't be in here.
Yeah, get out of here. Come on, get out of here.
Should have made it an ELO game. Oh, all right. I'll see you guys on the other side.
Awesome. This is gonna be fun.
I'm excited.
Maybe.
It's gonna be something.
We'll freaking see.
I need to pull the list back up. I closed them. I should pull them back up so that we know what we're looking at here. Here we go.
All right. This is about to get real dumb. Okay.
What's Rowan's health? 18, 20?
18. He's got 18 health. I'm not looking at the list right now. Does this Lulu deck have any reach? Like, or is it going to have to get past this battlefield?
It has. Yeah. Do Dice Powers have reach?
No, they don't. Yeah. So there is no real reach here. He's got Shepherd and Enchanted Violinist for a mill plan, which actually could be really relevant because he's also got 3 hollows. Like I think.
And hollow spin down. I mean, we got all kinds of stuff in here.
Yeah, I think that Matt's big play here is probably to try to like mill him and spin him down. That would be what I would try. But he's also like, that's going to be really tough to close the deal with. He's going to have to swing too. And the more he swings, the more chant activations treatment gets. So like,
how do you have enough?
Treatment can turn his chance on himself too with Rowan's ability, and Matt's gonna have to swing through these and ping down these rising hordes. Like
How does
business?
How does the treatment get enough main actions for all of his chants? Does he
He
have any?
doesn't. He
Okay.
doesn't. This is JankFest. He doesn't get enough main actions. Even like half of his cards, like Shepherd of Lost Souls and Arazen, take up side actions too. He's got no main actions in this deck at all. Well, I guess Chant of Worship is a main action. Don't forget that.
Well, good point.
Oh,
I
good.
almost did.
Yeah. So is Exhume. So that's all you need, right?
All right. Oh, look, see, he heard me. Starts right off with Chant of Worship. He's like, I need these mains. They're coming out.
This is so stupid. You know, if
so what does Matt start here? Like
Lizard.
I guess he starts that and Mindfog Owl.
Yeah, Lulu's unique.
Yeah. What else? I mean, he also has a bunch of chants too. This is going to be the chantiest game of Ashes ever.
I just want to point out that Matt Bowers meditates Bound Soul from their deck to change from basic to goat is one of the most poetic things I've ever read in Hashtag.
Yeah.
Soul doing exactly what it was meant to do, is placed in the discard pile.
There goes a Mindfog Owl book as well. So it's worth noting that Matt had a really, really good roll, and Treatment did not. Treatment's got 5 basics, so this is going to be. I actually don't know how much Elephant like factors into Treatment's plan.
Look at Treatment's first 5; it's gone already. He just got 3 chants on the board. Guy. Oh wait, no, there's another card. Hold on. He picked up another chant.
Yeah.
There's Matt responds with a chant in time.
Chant on chant action.
Chant fight. This is
you love to see it.
It's a cheerleader match. What's that?
Treatment meditated a chant.
Uh-oh, that's okay. He can pull it back. He's got Ritualist. How about Matt going hard in on the Mindfog Owl Chant of Erosion combo? Oh, well, no, I guess he needs a Terrifying unit, huh? He doesn't have one of those. Never mind.
Yeah. One of the wild things, like, is that Treatment, he's got, mixtures of different amounts of the chants, but he's only got 1 chance of erosion. Oh my god, I hate this.
All the chants. Oh, there's the Temple Elder. We're going in hard.
We're going
in hard on the Temple. I hope he draws a card. Side action, draw the card, Matt.
All right. Yeah. So we should.
I've never seen that happen in my entire Ashes history. I've never seen somebody actually use what's the power called? Wisdom 1. Never seen that happen.
I think it's about to happen.
Yeah. I think so. He's got nothing else left. Well, he's got what? He can summon a Mindfog Owl and an Emberroot Lizard. That's 3 dice, and he can Spark. That's 4, but then he has 1 die left, I guess. So I don't know if the Wisdom's going to do anything. Unfortunately.
So yeah, if you miss the decks, the deck Matt is playing is a deck that is intended to replicate all of the dice powers through units. And Treatment is playing a deck that has 10 chants out of 30 cards. So Temple Elder is playing the role of the sympathy die power.
Yes. And Chant of Erosion copying the Charm die power is something I never even thought about, but it's a thing.
It's true.
There it is. He wisdomed. Yes.
He did it. What? And he's shocked about something. Oh my god! At the top deck.
Happy about the top deck.
from Elder.
With the best possible card. I can't
Carl-
wait to see it now. I'm so
Carl
excited.
says he loves how neither can use all their dice in the first round. This is true.
That's okay. No, treatment's gonna draw with worship.
We call that a blunder number around here.
Shredrick's just won JankFest. That was great.
Oh my god.
Number.
Blunder number.
All right.
Wins. That's it. What's happening?
What was it?
Fallen is attacking.
Oh, he got the second Mind Fog book. That's what he got off Temple Elder. That's really good.
Temple Elder.
That is good.
Man, Temple Elder OP.
Yeah. It literally was the best possible card.
Can we stop for a moment and talk about how treatment is not in nearly as bad of a position as we thought he was gonna be?
Yeah, it's not bad.
And
this is fine.
He's got a Rising Horde under Rowan. He drew a card with Chant of Worship. I want, like a 30% chance that it's another chant that he can't play right now because he doesn't have a ceremonial die. But still cool that he did it.
It seems like he's gonna force He's gonna force a guard off of Matt. I should be paying attention to health.
Here come the zombies. Ritualist gets Charm died down to 0. And Matt can still Erosion something. There's the Spark.
Well, no, Matt can't Erosion something because...
Oh, he's out of dice.
Well, no, treatment's not going to kill any of his allies.
Ally. Yeah, that's right. That's right. He's not going to get a token. That Temple Elder's just sitting here taunting, saying, "You kill me, I will token up."
This is probably a Phoenix-born guard. I don't know, maybe not.
On the 0 attack Ritualist?
Well, I was just thinking, like, anything you can do to keep it alive so that it can generate a token. Although, really, generating a token... Yeah, generating a token is not really going to be a problem, I don't think.
He does not put the Ritualist under Rowan. I question that play.
Well, he can't. Rowan's exhausted.
Oh, because he's exhausted.
Yep.
Never mind. I don't question it anymore. It's fine.
Good for you.
So there's the guard to keep the Ember Wizard alive.
Not the only blunder number.
Yep. Yeah, so let's see with treatment. Drew something good. Where's the Excavate on the Temple Elder?
I just want to point out this Rowan Chant deck has taken out 25% of Lulu's health.
You're right. Pass from treatment, so he must not have drawn any. I'm sure he drew a chant. He can't play it.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah. Should meditate up the time die and then rip off the status token from that lizard. Else is gonna ping you every turn.
What have I wrought?
Too late.
All right, we are hot into round 2.
Round 2. Temple Elder gains 1 status token, baby. Wisdom back online.
I've accidentally left the Temple Elder card pop up on screen for like the last 5 or 6 minutes, but it's so underplayed.
Okay. Final Cry in response to the Violinist ping. Okay.
He's starting to put some pressure on now.
We burn
that. Yeah, Rising Horde needs to come out right now.
I mean, he can do it straight up with a ceremonial power if he wants.
Yeah. I feel like if he doesn't have one, he needs to do it.
Does he have Fire Archer?
Oh, Crypt Guy.
That's a weird call. I'm not gonna lie.
And a 3rd Chant of Revenge. Super chanting online. But if he does kill the Crypt Guy, he'll get to conscript it.
That's true.
Or exhume it, or whatever the thing's called.
And 6 battlefield isn't range for Clog for Lulu. She's filled 5 slots.
Matt summons a nature die power to ping the Fallen away. And 2nd Chant of Erosion.
Can Spark hit his own ally to turn on these chants?
I don't know. That's a great question. Can I look in the conjuration? I can look in the conjuration pile. Yes, it can.
It can. It's any unit.
Yep. Discard it to deal 1 damage to a target unit.
Bless my soul.
Gonna spark his own enchanted violinist to turn on his chants and then boost his Anchornaut's attack with Chant of Hostility to swing.
God bless America.
The greatest thing
Yeah,
ever.
I have used Spark to self-clear before. Of course, playing against Monk, where you quickly discover every possible self-clear tool.
Yeah.
Ooh, there goes an Era's End and Discovery. You don't want to see that. That's for sure.
Yeah. You play against Monk, you're molten golding your own units. And stuff.
I have done that too, believe it or not.
Why? Because you knew he had the Vanish in hand?
Yeah.
No, just I desperately
exactly
needed
right.
space. Yeah.
Yep. Here comes the Ember Root. Right past
Oh
the
my
crypt
god,
guy.
he didn't need to spark it. He pinged his own Anchornaut.
With the Ember Root Lizard. That's excellent.
Oh god.
The guy's gonna erode.
Matt didn't even like take a long time to come up with that play. Like, he's playing very fast.
Yeah. Crypt guy blocks the Ember Root Lizard.
How's he
Down
gonna?
it goes.
Does he have Chant of Sacrifice down?
Well,
He does.
He's not going to get a shackle off of that because he's exhausted, but
And he also needs an ally to die to turn on his chants. His chants are still off.
well, Chant of Sacrifice isn't off.
Oh, that's right. It's always on. It's the
Yeah, it's
Reclaim Soul here.
Yeah, the most overpowered.
Yeah, I actually like Chant of Sacrifice. I think it's a cool card. More people should play Chant of Sacrifice.
You heard it here
Here
first.
Yeah, here goes Chant of Hostility to pressure the Crypt Guardian, probably. Or we're just gonna punch Rowan in the face. Matt thinking about this one. He's in the tank on what to attack with his hostile Mindfog Owl.
Look, who hasn't been there? This is a
Who
crucial
hasn't had a
moment in the
hostile
game.
Mindfog Owl? He's trying to attack. He can't do it. Ashteki is broken. Disconnected. Matt activated Chant of Hostility, and Ashteki was like, "You're not allowed. You can't do that. Nobody does that. Get out of here." Just booted him right out. So Matt offline, I think. Carries back. You jank too hard.
All right, let's see what happens. The moment we've been waiting for.
Yeah, what will the owl do? Get him attack something. A lot of basic dice for Matt up there.
Yeah, he's going to have to med if he wants to.
He cannot attack.
Why can't he attack?
Don't know. He's
Maybe just manual mode it?
treatment seems to think like,
Oh, he's got a manual mode and put his main action back on. Yeah, there we go.
oh yeah, Matt has no
No,
main
but if
action
treatment
currently.
if treatment passes, is it gonna end the round?
Yeah. I think it will. Actually, I don't know. It never said. Well, treatment passed, and then Matt
Oh, okay.
attacked with the Ember Root Lizard. Oh no! So Matt attacked with the lizard, then he boosted the owl with hostility in the same turn.
Right.
Got it.
He doesn't realize that.
Got it. Okay. Figured it out. All right, we're clean. We're gonna put an asterisk.
Chat log.
Yeah, we're gonna put an asterisk next to this one. We'll talk to both players after the game and ask them to play clean going forward.
Yeah, we'll have to have a hard conversation with these guys about this backup manual mode stuff. Okay, yeah, I think they're good. Just treatment never got a turn after the lizard attack. Matt Bauer's trying to make 2 attacks in the same turn.
Yeah, just a normal action cheating.
Yeah, it's as janky as you can get. We're gonna attack, side action, chain of hostility, attack again. There's the Rising Horde. So he does. Did he pull that back, or did he have it? He did pull it back.
So that's a 3 dice Rising
Okay.
Horde.
Yep. I think you have to. If you have no other bodies, you don't really have a choice here.
Yeah, do what you gotta do to stay alive.
Yep. I do think that Mind Fog Owl's about to get hostile. Or no, Matt's meditating. Never mind. Just put another one down. He's going wide on him.
That seriously, getting that focus Mind Fog Outlook was really, really good.
Yeah.
Shout out to my man Temple Elder.
Temple
Dude is
Elder
wise.
MVP.
He is wise. I mean, look at him. He's riding a Black Panther and smoking a pipe. I mean, like, how much more, like, badass can you get?
Yeah, Temple Elder has 25 lighters on his dresser.
So
Yeah.
what was the art direction on that? Like, give me Gandalf, but on a panther? Is that?
That's, I mean, that might be the only thing Nick typed. Like, why
Yeah.
would you?
And like, if you look at the Panther, he looks like bored. Look at him.
Yeah, he's seen some stuff.
That's right. Yeah, he's just like, man, I've been carting this guy around for 3 days. All he does is smoke. Draws cards every once in a while.
Talk about crypto.
Like,
Talk about crypto? No, you don't. You don't. That's only when his token's gone. No wisdom. He starts talking about crypto.
yeah.
He
How did
loses
the
his
Rising
token.
Horde die? Oh, Reclaim Soul. There we go.
Oh, all right.
Rising Horde. So why does the Fallen have 0 attack? What did he get eroded? Did I miss that?
Got
Yeah, he
eroded.
got eroded. That's like the biggest. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but a zombie eroding just seems funny to me. Like like dude's already as eroded as he could get.
Treatment
No, he's-
treatment is gonna put a respectable amount of damage on Lulu. Like,
I mean, he's got blockers up to absorb something. Well, here comes the Ember Root Lizard, though. This is going to be a problem. The Nature Ping Lizard. But he's working down Lulu's life. Here's some more zombies.
How I missed. How did he get 2 more on? Was it whether it's chance of revenge?
He exhumed.
Oh, okay, got it.
Oh yeah, he's been revenging Lulu
Got it.
to put damage on her. Fired up his own chance from the Reclaim Soul.
Yeah, Chant of Revenge is always, even when I'm playing burn decks, I have to say I don't always play that one. I really should.
And it's just hard to put it down in the first round and spend the first 5 card on a something that doesn't impact the battlefield.
Top of round. It's treatment. Treatment that's top of round.
Yeah, treatment as top of round.
Matt's got a crazy board, but treatment's got 15 health. Like, and he can just keep recurring these rising hordes. Like,
Yep. Doing Rowan things, and this crypt guy's still alive. Like, I guess Matt's got a lot of attack value.
he does.
Here.
Like, he's gonna get in some big hits, but like treatment has every chance to stabilize, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Matt's gonna have to spend all 3 of these attacks just to kill the crypt guy. So I don't know what else he has with these 3 dice. But if he has no other guys, I mean, he has to spend all 3 of these just to take the Crypt Guardian down. This is going to get guarded. There's the hostile owl we've been waiting for. Or I guess it's only going to take 2 because a Chant of Erosion.
Do you guard here?
Yeah,
I think
for
you have
sure.
to. You have to just to make him use another one of his guys to kill the Crypt Guardian. But does eroding? So what's going to fire first? Is he just let the Crypt Guardian go? Okay, I thought maybe we'd have to see what fired first, like Crypt Guy's ability or Erosion's ability at the end. But the world will never know.
Chaos Theory says that the art direction on Temple Elder was Mowgli grows up and has seen some shit. Carl says you don't guard here, so Carl approves of Treatment's line of play.
All right. If Carl approves, then
Agreed.
Must be right. What are you planning on guarding instead? Like, are we
oh my
another
god.
Temple Elder?
I think it's just for health. He's definitely in a position where his health is pretty precious.
So worth noting that for reasons beyond human understanding, Fallen do have a recover value.
Oh no.
And the eroding is taking that away. So
I can tell you why Fallen have a recover value, which is that Nick's favorite PB is Jessa. So every time he sees a unit that could have a recover value for fear, he puts one on it.
yeah.
Puts it on there. I never knew that. That's hilarious.
No, we actually talk a lot of crap about it in the playtest server every time. Like seriously, he'll go with concepts and there's just like randomly like one recover on it, and we're like, Bud, and he's like, okay, fine. We're like, we totally see you.
I mean, I guess it's on theme. Like, zombies do kind of keep coming back. So I'm okay with it from a thematic standpoint.
It'd be cool if we got more cards that cared about the recover value.
Yeah, agreed. Shepherd brings back an Anchor Knot, my boy.
Nature Ping.
Love the Anchor Knot.
CT messaged me and asked if we were reading the Twitch chat. Did we miss something?
We are. Carl just says nothing, but it's better to guard 3 than possibly guard 2 in a ping. He would attack with a buff to destroy it later at worst. Slightly better upside in
Okay, I mean,
not guarding.
I'm okay with it. I'm drinking beer right now and not on my, full ashes mode.
Charlotte also points.
I should be though. This is JankFest. Why am I not?
Charlotte also
Hey,
points.
worth noting to anybody watching out there. After this game, we are going to transition right into the award ceremony. So if you have not gotten your votes in, go ahead and get that done because we're going to be calling the tally probably, I would have to guess somewhere around 10:35, 10:40 is when we're going to be officially closing votes. So go ahead and get those votes in, and we will see you on the other side after this barn burner of a game. Seriously, this is way more of a game than I thought it was going to be. This has been fun.
Well, I mean, Treatment better play like 4 Raptor Herders with this first main action, or he's in some trouble here. He has no board, 0 board, because
and he has no way to get
erode.
Wow.
Or is the Fallen's not going to erode? Is that what we determined? No, it is going to erode because erosion takes the recover away.
Chaos says this Lulu board state is some fever dream nonsense after staying up until 2 a.m. deck building while slightly inebriated.
Yeah.
What's sad is that people have talked about Temple Elder as being like a compelling case for Flash Strike, but because Flash Strike is not in fact a dice power, is not. It's not in the deck.
Yeah, unfortunately, because Explosive Growth's not one either. We're not going to see side action Explosive Growth of Temple Elder right here.
Man,
bring at the top around when it has gains a status token, goes up to 2, and then That'd be a 6 attack Temple Elder. Too bad.
So,
what are we doing here?
Well, I think that
stuck?
Treatment is coming to terms with his own mortality a little bit.
So Lulu's on lethal right now.
It's Treatment's turn. He needs to
Right.
sacrifice this Fallen with Chant of Sacrifice, just out of spite. Don't let Erosion kill it. Like, do it yourself.
So he's got, what did he bring back? Rising Horde from discard to hand. So
That was forever ago. Or did I disconnect?
yeah,
I think
you
I'm
may have-
behind. Hold on.
Did I disconnect?
So Matt can.
Oh yeah, I'm way behind. My bad.
Matt can full swing for 9 if he uses the Violinist to ping off this.
Right.
Well,
yeah, that's
Shepherd
right.
here, but
That's right.
He doesn't have the reach.
That's not lethal, though.
Yep.
And then his board's exhausted.
So what could he do? He could spark his own guy then to open up a spot for another unit.
But he doesn't have any lizards on the board to ping and swing. So, like, this is going to be, like, he can't, unless I'm missing something, I don't know that he can kill him this turn.
And he's got
I lost the list again. I'm going to pull it back up.
No Phoenix Barrage on the list, right? Because it's not a dice power.
Nope.
No burn at all.
Oh, Ocean's Gift. There it is.
Gift.
That's it.
No,
no.
He can't kill the Violinist.
True. I think that may still be okay though. Oh, well, hold on.
No, just block the. Or wait, he can't. Well, he can't block the Mind Fog out.
No,
that's
he
right.
can't.
So he's got to block a Temple Elder, and then Mac gets through for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah,
still
he's
9.
still down 1.
Yeah. But he does get to put a status token on the Temple Elder with the Ocean's Gift attack.
Sadly, you can't use Wisdom. Sadly, you can't use Wisdom if the Temple Elder is
exhausted.
Yeah,
it's terrible. How he's so tired. He's not smart anymore. He's like, ask him, for some advice, and he just like he's in his drunken, like a high stupor from
Bound Soul.
Wait, did Matt just play Bound Soul?
He did.
He's done it. We've played Bound Soul. I'm happy.
Let's pull that card up.
Successful. Bound Soul has been played.
I don't even know what that card does.
And there's the Rising Horde that stabilizes everything. Matt.
Bound Soul is ceremonial power. Got it.
Action.
Chaos Theory, if only Temple Elder's ability was inexhaustible, then he'd be good. Yep, that's what we've all said. That's been a hot topic the last 3 weeks on the Discord server. How to fix Temple Elder.
That he'd be good if his ability was inexhaustible?
We've been saying that in our defense.
Carl says, let's see if the 1 life gain from Bound Soul comes into play. He does save a life using Bound Soul over ceremonial dice power.
And a card.
And a card.
And a card. Don't forget that, although it looks like Rowan's going to...
It's actually not a card because you lose a card from hand. So.
Oh, Kat Dennings attacks Kat Dennings.
Battle of the Lattes. Let's see whose foam is superior.
There's no way you... There's no way you counter. Right. Yeah. You take your tokens and you go home. Final Cry?
Right.
Final Cry.
Final Cry.
No. Yes. Okay.
This is looking pretty tenuous now for
Lulu's down to 2 life here with if the chants all go off. But Matt's trying to pump up for the big lethal swing here. You have another body to put in play?
He's got 8 bodies total in his discard are 1, 2, 3.
There's
4.
a way to get another body in play.
Sacrifice
he just does it.
Horde. He just does it just for numbers.
He could put 4 bodies. He could main action exhume and put 2 more. He did.
Come on. Get through that,
Here it is.
Matthew.
Doesn't have the nature's wrath in here to. That's not
So
a dice
chant
power.
of sack plus exhume. Carl called it in chat. Says yes,
Yep.
sick. These are the hype plays we expect from JankFest. If I had,
Right.
I was trying to make a hypometer graphic in time, but it would be high.
You know what's crazy is that Treatment just going ahead and using a goat to get back Rising Horde again is probably very legitimate.
Yeah. Why not? Just keep it going, man. I want to see. I want to see chant. I want to see the other two chants hit Treatment's board. I want to see. Well, I guess at least like it's actually kind of funny. Matt has the two chants on board that Treatment doesn't have, so we have all 5 of the unique chants on the board currently, and the enchanted violinist.
Hey, an enchanted
in
game
play.
of ashes.
Yep.
Yeah. So what's Matt's path to victory here?
Mill. But like he doesn't have enough time.
Rowan's not hit a single discovery. I mean, he's not going to need him though. He just gets his chance off.
Yeah, it's too. I think it's too late for that play. You're too close to milling out to start discarding your own cards.
I think it's the clog is really becoming an issue here has become an issue for Matt.
Yeah, I think if you're Treatment, you just kind of try and wall up as best you can and chant your way to victory, right? Like just keep chanting revenging over and over until Lulu's dead. And if there's another final cry, then
Oh, interesting.
wait, Matt
Decides
just
to attack rather than use the
with a violinist.
Giving the
That's
option
the
not to
first time
counter.
enchanted violinist has ever attacked something.
Yeah.
I feel like I would. Man, Carl, tell me I'm wrong, but I feel like I would have guarded that.
I don't know. He's trying to. He wants to keep his life total up, I guess, just so he doesn't get lethal swung. But because Matt does have top around, right? So he's got to avoid a top around lethal unless he thinks he can take him out there. But no final cry there. It tells me it's probably not going to happen this round.
I thought we'd seen all 3. Have we not seen all 3? Is there one left?
Have we? I know we've seen 2 played.
Yeah,
but there's
maybe it's just 2.
3 on the discard.
Oh, okay. This is getting dire.
Yeah. Did that anchor not? Wait, that wasn't me. Wait.
Well,
Anchor
not only that,
killed his own violinist. Turn the chance on. Okay. So now we have erosion. There's another Rising Horde. Here it is. Rising Horde is back.
you can't keep a good man down.
All the zombies. There's erosion. Fallen. Oh, look at that. Chant of Hostility is a. Oh, wait. Erosion must be a main action? It is. How about that? I didn't realize that. Oh. So maybe Treatment didn't need all the main actions we thought. Like, Erosion's a main action, too. Like, the chants give you all the main actions you need.
I'm sad that Erosion didn't make its way onto Treatment's board.
Yeah. Well, he needed the burn. He was right here, I think, to get the revenges.
Yeah, that was a great call.
Mm-hmm. More eroding zombies. Good pass from Treatment, I think, here, by the way.
Yeah, it gives him a chance
Being
to
up
refresh.
on dice with a bunch of bodies on the board.
I mean, once he gets to 3, that's 1 round's worth of chance of revenge, so...
Yeah. He has no other burn right besides Chant of Revenge now, so...
Are all 3 cries in the bin? Yeah, they are.
Yeah, all 3 final cries are gone. I want to see, like...
Wow.
Chant of Revenge,
All right,
meditated away. Matt pass? No, he didn't pass. He needs to like meditate a chant of revenge away right now, and then play a ritualist. And pick. Oh, wait, he's out. He doesn't have enough dice to put it back down. Never mind. Oh crap. Oh, he discovered.
Huh.
So there's discovery number 1.
All right.
Hollow.
So he does have 5 damage. As long as he can swing with 4, the 2 Mindfog Owls are unblockable. So he's got 5 damage coming in to the treatment. And Matt's got top of round, so he actually can do that twice, potentially.
Yeah, so I think it's probably over, but I was rooting.
And so here what the erosions are doing are they're removing attack from defenders so he can keep the board advantage. I'm surprised he didn't charm power the last fallen so it can't block. Or it can block but not kill anything on Matt's board.
Oh,
and he's
he's
not.
devastating. Wait,
He's not swinging with the
hold on.
anchor knot.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's
no,
not
it's
good.
not. That might have lost Matt the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needed to swing the anchor knot. Now that
Yep.
Mindfog Owl is going to get blocked, and it's going to make 2
No,
zombies.
it's not that. It's that Rising Horde will put 2 fallen on the board, and chance of hostility will be loaded. So depending on he could kill Matt on this counter swing. Matt may be able to handle that with the sequencing.
Anchor knot back.
Oh, that's why he held the anchor knot back. Gotcha.
Yeah, but now treatment needs to not block with that other fallen, right? No,
because Rising Horde is going to spit out 2 more.
Yeah, but he needs 3. But I guess Matt has a
the charm power. The charm power is going to factor for sure.
Yeah.
He also has Spark immediately ping as a Matt's fine.
Okay, so
with leaving the 1 blocker back.
Yep.
Although I think if you're treatment, you gotta try and kill this Mindfog Owl. Like you can swing. You can take the 3 attack Mindfog Owl out of here, right? Between the 2 fallen attacks.
But that's not going to save you,
isn't it? I mean, if the Mindfog Owl dies, right, and then Raindrop's going to kill the Hollow.
I don't think he can because Lulu can spark and remove one of the 2 fallen, so you're not gonna get 2 attacks.
Yeah, so you're not gonna get the owl. Never mind, you're right. Treatment's going for the anchor knot instead, which he thinks he's going to be able to hostility and win the game.
Yeah, that charm power is going to stop that.
All right, or the spark.
Yeah, the immediate spark. That's what we're going to see right now is the spark.
Oh no, that's just as good.
Yeah.
Yep, that's GG right there.
That's too bad.
Wow. What
cool game, though, man.
Game. What a fun game. Goodness.
Matt is so... I mean, he's a great player, but I think you have to understand this entire round is playing around the top of next round, actually. That's basically what this entire round has been about.
Right. There, Spark takes out the last fallen anyway, just because.
Yeah, what a game.
Yeah, that was fun, man.
All right, so we'll see
a cool game to watch.
Top around wide swing from the fever dream of a Lulu board.
Oh, he did have the red raindrop to kill the Mindfog Owl, I guess. I forgot about that, but it's still not enough. Good game, fellas. That was fun.
Great game.
Man, that was some peak JankFest. That was a nice gauntlet thrown by Matt to get him in treatment in there. That was That was really, really clutch.
Yeah.
Great game. Just absolutely on fire. Well, let's get treatment. Get back in here.
Charlotte says we kept counting Matt out, but he Matt. So
Yeah, he's Matt. So I mean, he did his thing.
Clue says
Matt's
normal Matt
gonna-
is good at cards.
Matt going to Matt.
Matt gonna Matt. Hey, treatment. That was a game.
That was fun, man.
You definitely were not as hopeless as you sold yourself as being.
That was a lot of pain, man. That was every source of pain in the game. Like, that was brutal. Anchornaut, then EV, then Spark. I was like,
Dice
what?
power. Hey, dice powers are good, man.
Yeah.
They are. I heard that from a good player.
Yeah, dice powers are good. It's interesting. Like, it's kind of a crash course on like incidental value because that's what dice powers are, and like all those units are getting you little bonuses for everything that you're doing, and that like it just really added up. But your little chant engine was just burning him so steady and keeping those blockers out. Like, it was really fun to watch. It really was. My only disappointment is I really wanted that your chance of erosion to hit the board and be a factor, but you can't win them all. So
if I had a power ceremonial on that one turn, so I could have immediately dropped the Writhing Horde, then I didn't need the Shepherd, and I could have put down the other chant, and then just used the Divine Dice for Rowan's Exhume. But yeah, that was just out of 7 dice.
Yep.
4 basics,
Don't get
3
rough.
power.
That's rough.
That was brutal. And then meditating away the third final cry was kind of tough. And I mean, the EV play was great because otherwise I had the chant of hostility swing for 2. At whatever he drops. So
You ever consider Dark
that's the way it
Reaping
goes.
for some of that dice
Could.
fixing?
No.
Got it.
I don't
All
know.
right. Well, I
it
think
came together.
It did. It was a really fun game. I think it is time to close out the evening and get our awards given out. Our prize support this year, I have a pretty good stash of physical prizes, but we're gonna hold a lot of those for Phoenix League this year to make sure that we can make sure that those tournaments are as supported as they can be. And so each of our 4 category winners tonight is going to win a custom Ashteki background that is themed with their winning title. And so hopefully we'll get to see some screenshots of those throughout the year. And hopefully that just a digital prize is good. And then obviously our Builder of the Year winner tonight will get to tell me what piece of art they want. And then Nick has agreed to send me the high-res versions, and they'll get their custom Builder of the Year playmat of their choice. So we are excited to.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Red King, our first Builder of the Year winner, chose, I believe, Return to Soil as his mat, and that thing came out looking gorgeous. It was really, really great. So, all right, voting is closed. Let's tally up. We're gonna kick off tonight with the winner of Lord of the Jank. This was the list.
I do have one giveaway as well.
I
need to do. It's for the Ashes Rookie of the Year. There were a lot of qualifications that needed to go into this. You had to be new to the game this year. You had to be a contributor on the Discord. You had to be a really good player, and your name had to be Flora. And if you met all of those qualifications, then you got to win a pack of the translucent dice. The first. So I guess the winner. Let me check and see. So the winner is Flora Snow.
Wow,
was the only player that met all those qualifications.
Amazing.
I know that she really wanted a pack of the translucent dice. I have an extra pack to spare. So, Flora, if you DM me your address, I will send those out to you.
Wow.
Flora says thank you.
You are welcome.
Good. Hey, Killer, the voting is closed.
Okay.
you can't like get more votes by like being nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want you to
trying to sneak that in there. No, I remember telling Flora like months ago, like she was looking for those dice, and I was like, we just started this podcast. Like, I want to try and do something with it, and I might give those away for it. And so, like, wait for that. And I just never got around to doing that. So, so I was looking at them today.
way to make
I
up
was like,
for
yeah,
lost
I'll
time.
throw them out there. We'll throw them out there right now and
Nicely done.
make that a thing. Sorry,
Awesome.
no.
Well, I think the competitive committee is going to look into changing at least one of the requirements for next year's Rookie of the Year.
Yes, we should probably.
Those requirements are a little restrictive. I think we may have trouble finding a candidate next year if we keep that the same. So anyway, congratulations to Ash's Rookie of the Year, Flora Snow, for meeting those very stringent requirements. You did great, and congrats on your dice. I love my translucent dice. They're so cool. All right, Lord of the Jank, our strong but offbeat list. This is cool. The vote on all of these categories was really split, and this one is just about an even 4-way split. But there is a 1 vote edge for our winner. Hilariously, it is last year's Lord of the Jank champion. The winner tonight is Carl Diaz's Tristan Brings
Nice.
Gift. That has been voted Lord of the Jank this year. Congratulations to Carl. I agree with the community consensus on this one. I think that deck looks like it could be legitimately terrifyingly strong. So, very good win there. Great
Just imagine
job,
if it had tsunami shots.
imagine. Imagine the thought.
If only.
All right, another thin margin. Again, these are all like really close votes. I think that there were so many people who said that the ballot was hard, and it was like that. It was really painful to hit each name because for each of them there were like 4 or 5 people that I really wanted to vote for. So the next award is for coolest combo. This is the list that stands out to you as having a particularly cool or strong synergy that it's built around. Once again, it's a 1 vote margin, and that 1 vote sends the award to Mr. Brian B. with Death Rattle.
Nice.
That is the James Vengeance Nightshade Swallow.
Nightshade Swallow, yes.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Cool. Yep. Really cool. Lots of really fun ones. Yeah, really cool. The next award is the Underminer. That's the list that stands out to you as making the best use of an underrated or an underplayed card. And the winner for that award this year with 33% of the vote is Mr. Schmendrix with Confusion S'mores.
Nice.
Well deserved.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
I believe that was my vote. I'm a fan of the spores.
Thank you.
Good stuff, Schmendrix.
Amazing.
Congrats.
I just like 1 pun. And fittingly, like, this is the guy who came up with, oh, by the way, when treatment, when you guys were getting towards the end of round 1 and neither of you had spent all of your dice in that game earlier, Schmendrix called it a blunder number.
Yeah, I was just going back through the comments. That's
So I really love that the guy who came up with that pun also won Underminer off of the Confusion S'mores pun. So you're killing it over there with the wordplay, Schminny. Congratulations.
Thank you.
My draws were brutal, and he gets double Mindfog Owl round 1. That was ridiculous.
That was terrible.
Temple Elder is wise. Man,
Temple Elder MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Temple Elder is hard-coded and as checky to always get you the card that you want most because Dijon knew that nobody would ever check. Okay, and then our last award, always a fun one. This was, for me personally, like by far the hardest to vote for. There were so many cool themes this year. Best theme is the funniest deck, the deck that has a really cool concept. We lost him. We knew we were going to lose somebody. Or maybe he just couldn't bear the suspense. Maybe that's what it was.
Couldn't handle it. He just too much.
Couldn't handle it. The winner of Best Theme this year by a single vote margin goes to Charlotte for Do You Hear the People Say?
Yes.
I
Yes.
love it. I love it.
Great.
I love it. I love it. Bonus points if Cosette and Marius live. Just keep that in mind, everybody. Like, so good. So good. So congratulations to all those winners for the evening. I will be in touch with you to work with you on getting your Ash Techie background together. I think we're ready to close out the night. Does anybody have any final thoughts before we do Builder of the Year?
Fantastic JankFest.
It
Really
was.
fun.
Guys.
Everyone committed to
Had
it.
a great
which was
couple
great.
hours of time. This is awesome.
Yeah, JankFest is so much fun, man.
And thank you, obviously, German. Like you,
Absolutely.
it goes under, it goes unsaid enough that it's a lot of work just organizing things. The paperwork, the Google Docs. It doesn't matter. Like it's a lot of time just to do something which is for shenanigans, for fun, for the community, and really appreciate you helping organize it all. This was great.
Thank
Amen.
you.
Not to mention meticulously planning out this stream for the last 6 months.
Right.
Every
Making
single
sure
minute,
that-
including the DCs, was
Lot went
planned.
into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quality content. No. I just the community rallies around this so hard, and people love this stuff, and so seeing people hyped for this literally all year and dropping references to it all year
Mhm.
as being something they were looking forward to. Like, frankly, that makes it really easy to put in all the time. I made my wife mad tonight because I had procrastinated like getting all the ballots together and everything like that, and so like we're at dinner and I'm on my laptop like getting this all together. So it is a lot of work, but like the community just makes it worth it because everybody's so excited. Shout out to Chaos Theory, who couldn't be on the stream again this year but was so entertaining on last year's stream. I hope we get him back next year. And then my co-host this evening, he is in the chat. I know that. So I hope we get you back next year, buddy. And then, man, Jankyard, you guys are so great for helping me put this on, and I couldn't ask for better co-hosts. So I think it's time to close it out.
Do we have Deck Builder of the Year? Is that happening?
We do have Deck Builder of the Year. It's I don't know how much more I can lead it up. I want to thank everybody for being so supportive of the new voting format and everything. I think it really led to a good final ballot where everybody could really take some time and get a good vote in. And so I absolutely could not be more delighted to announce that Ash's Builder of the Year for 2022 goes to Carl Diaz.
Woo!
All right, Carl. That's awesome.
Bravo.
Congrats, Carl.
Good job, man. I voted for Carl, and he's so good at building decks.
He freaking is, man.
So good at
He
it.
freaking is. So,
Yeah. Very well deserved.
He's so good it annoys you. Like it's just every deck.
It is annoying.
So good. It's hard to beat. Yeah. No, Carl deserves it. That's great.
Yeah, I all that work with Rowan this year and just consistently staying in the top while also being really offbeat. Like, he's the man. I really think that the community did what it needed to do in getting him nominated so consistently and in helping him close out to win the award. I think it just goes to show everybody's watching, everybody sees. And of course, congratulations to Cactus and JK007 for being nominated right there along with him. Carl had a good proportion of the vote, but it's not like the pie chart was skewing really, really hard one way. Like, I think we had a really solid final ballot and great reasons to vote for any of the three. And lots of people did vote for Cactus and JK as well. So just a really cool ballot. And I'm glad that everybody was so invested in making this happen. We had almost 30 votes for Builder of the Year. And
Awesome.
yeah, congratulations, Carl. So Carl says, highlight of my entire Ashes career. That's awesome, man.
Yeah. Sweet, man.
Hey, Carl.
Pick a good playmat.
Carl, you're in chat. I know I'm putting you on the spot, but do you have any idea while we've got you in chat? Have you been thinking, like, do you know what card you're going to get your mat on? Just curious. Like, Cactus, if you had one, do you know what card you would have done for your mat?
I actually forgot that we were going to do this tonight. So I haven't even thought about it. But
Okay.
I was super excited about it forever, and then like the holidays came, and I completely forgot it was a thing. And then earlier
Forced
today,
tallies.
you were like deck builder of the year, and I was like, holy crap, I might win deck builder of the year.
You might.
Yeah, but no, I didn't. I don't know what I would have picked. Adept Duelist is my favorite card, but it's not I don't think it would have made a great playmat. I would have had to dig into that a little bit.
Yeah, Carl says that he hasn't thought about it either, so he's gonna have to. Man, and Carl also says that he didn't think about it because he really was sure that you were gonna win, Cactus, and that if you did, it would have been deserved. So
I was the opposite. I know that you said that most of the votes were for me, or what I had the most, or whatever, when we did the podcast the first time. But I thought after that, I was like, okay, once we have the final ballots, like we're gonna look at this, and everyone's gonna understand that like Carl deserves to win Deck Builder of the Year. When I looked at it, he does, right? He makes the decks that are the strongest. I mean, JK built a really good Brennan, obviously, and made a lot, did a lot of awesome things tuning it. But like that Rowan Carl built was
sick.
And again, like I said on the podcast, like everyone was those two last Phoenixborn came out, and everyone was like, Tristan's amazing, and he's gonna rock the competitive scene. And then out of nowhere, like it's Rowan that is beating everyone, right? And it's top fouring and events and stuff. It was just such a really cool deck. I mean, and that's not the only thing Carl did all year, obviously. But when I sat down and looked at just the three of us, I was like, Carl should win.
Who said the Cobra
That's what it should be.
What's that? The Cobra Tristan is what Clue mentioned, and that was another deck that I had seen Carl running, and I mentioned it on the podcast, the Demona Fallen deck. I mean, honestly, it depends how you look at it, right? It is subjective, and depending on what single aspect or multiple aspects you prioritize, I think it is completely valid that the vote could have gone anyway. If you prioritize like who made the best possible deck, and like they just dominated, that's a completely valid way, and JK would make a sweep with that. If you prioritize just like variety and contribution to the community, and idea and creativity, it could easily be killer. If you sort of combine those two ideas, and find that happy middle ground of just like a good set of solid decks that just did well all through the year, then you get Carl. And it's just one of those things where a little bit of personal preference goes into the vote, but they're all, in my book, equally deserving of the title. And I'm really hoping that for this year, more people sort of have that seed in the back of their mind to contribute, because I think there's a lot of people who make decks. There are fewer people who publish decks, and then there are fewer people even still who don't just publish it on Ashes, but take the time to share it in the Discord and talk about it, and sort of put it out there so that it's more easily seen, and bring those same decks to events, tournaments, leagues, whatever it is. So I'm hoping that 2023, everyone will be vying for that, and we'll see what happens at the end of the year.
Yeah, it's awesome. Well, I think that about does it for JankFest this year, y'all. It's sad that it's over, but I want to take a quick moment to plug Phoenix League, and everything that Treeman just said about building, and sort of growing as a player in that way is something that we're really hoping to proliferate with Phoenix League. And so stay tuned in the next couple weeks for that to get launched. I hope to play lots of good games against all of you, and we'll have our first pod tournament in March. We think that there's going to be a open list community tournament that will launch and be the first invitations that we give out, and we think that's actually going to be happening in January. We're putting some of that together right now, and so there's lots of cool stuff happening. It's a good time to be an Ashes player.
And you can say that on stream.
JankFest may be over, but Jankuary is just getting started. So
good Lord.
Jankuary is here. That's right.
All right.
Guys.
Thanks, all.
All right, y'all.
Have a good
night. Good
night.
night. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We will be in touch, and we will see you around. And remember, what is it? What is it that we say before we take off?
Kenny, take it away. You never take it away. You're the producer, doing all the hard work here.
If you're not janky, you're stanky.
True.
There
It's
it
so
is.
true.
There it is.
All right.
There it is.
Good night,
All right,
everybody.
guys. Take care. We'll see you later.